Welcome to Alpha City's Real Talk. My name is Lee Chapman, and I'm your host today. Today, we have two entrepreneurs, and we want to start with Cal, who is on my left. He is an entrepreneur, life coach, and he's also a consultant here at Alpha City. And then we have Joe, who is Joe Loftus, who is a recording record exec, and he's an entrepreneur as well, and he's a consultant. So let's start with you, Cal, and let's see what you're all about.
As an entrepreneur and a life coach that you mentioned, I'm out here trying to promote growth in everyone, success in everyone. One of the things that I realized lately that I think is really important is surrounding yourself with the right people. Make sure you have a good team around you. When I started my entrepreneurship and my goals to be on my own, that's one thing that I lacked. And I was that person that felt like I always have to do it on my own. I don't need a team, I don't need nobody, but after realizing and just running around in circles doing nothing, it's like, I need help. So, eventually when you start reaching out and you're going out and you're meeting people who are like-minded, it motivates you. You need that, like that iron sharpening iron. So to be an entrepreneur, you really need to have a good team around you. Not people who just like what you're doing, but everyone who is like all in, like the passion is all in there, like they're helping you grow. So, I want to promote that. That's what I like. So this environment of being, with the like-minded people, it helps you succeed because it can pull you down if, everybody around you is not trying to do or go where you want to go. And you'll end up, being here and realize, like, why am I still here? Because the people you surround yourself with, like I say, you want to know who you are, look at the 5 closest people to you.
And then, I like that. Surround yourself with like-minded people. So that basically ensures that at least you're on the path, you stay motivated for all your business endeavors, your goals. So definitely. Let's go ahead with Joe Loftus, the recording executive, and let's talk about you and your background a little bit.
So my entrepreneurial endeavors started with traversing the independent music scene in Atlanta as founding partner and president of a record label where we furnish and manage artists, producers, and songwriters. And also into business consulting and nonprofit organization geared toward developing and empowering the youth. I would say as far as entrepreneurship is concerned, is as opposed to patroning a business or helping another business run, you are creating the business. And my vision as an entrepreneur, I aspire to the tenets that Michael Bernard Beth with espouses in Success 3.0. He talks about the Success 1.0 level being when you're able to buy stuff. You achieve a level of success. You can go buy you a shirt, you can go buy you shoes, you can buy you a house, you can buy you a car. Then Success 2.0 is when you begin only patronizing businesses that do good for the world, be it your Whole Foods or they recycle or anything along those lines. Okay. And then Success 3.0 is when your give back is in the business model, where you're only creating businesses that edify. So macro, that's my mentality, to help cultivate businesses that have the give back in the model.
Okay. Wow. Man, that's food for thought right there. Anything you want to add to?
I mean, that's basically it. You start something till you get to a point where you can sustain your own business and yourself, and then you get to the point where you can help others. I mean, that's the give back, and that's something that's very passionate for me as well. Like, once I get to a level, I don't want to be selfish with this knowledge. That's what the idea of like-minded people. What I can get, I want to give back, to someone below me and pull them up. And like pay it forward, just keep it going. So I feel like that's the idea of that model. Get yourself right, then go back and help and edify the world, not just yourself and your family. Why hold on to this knowledge? It's free. Like, give it out there.
I got you. So how can we get to that space where everybody is on that level, that mindset?
The biggest thing that has to come from within. I don't know that it's anything that can be coerced or forced. Seeds can be planted and it can be influenced. But I think when it comes to entrepreneurship, the first step is self-awareness. Knowing yourself and knowing if you should be the one that's starting and spearheading the business, or you should be supporting someone who has a skill set that may be more conducive to succeeding in that role.
Yeah.
So I guess it will start with educating the need for supporting businesses that are grassroots, that start in your community, to people that are connected to the community, the needs,
Yeah.
the void, and from that place of familiarity, you can have unique perspective that someone on the outside looking in may not be able to offer. So I guess tending to your part of the garden. So if we begin by educating the power of community, right, and supporting one another, and then understanding what needs to be built in these communities, and then figuring out how do we go about building that, right? So if we see a need for a business model, and now we see a potential structure, now we need the team, now we need help. Now we do need someone that's good with ideas. We need someone that's organized, someone who may be better at listening and writing as opposed to creating ideas themselves. Maybe you have someone who's a bit more vocal and passionate that needs to be out here on your street team or, marketing face to face. So I think that first you start with self-awareness, and then once you have people who know themselves and their skill set and what they bring, and have an understanding of the importance of these types of businesses and what role they can play, now it becomes not just about me starting a business, but about us starting a business.
I think a good point is to get everybody on the same page. The outcome has to be more than it has to be more about the outcome than the profit, the material gain.
Absolutely.
So if we coming into a community to help build it up, they have to, and we're the resource, they have to see the benefit. And if we can all get them to see the benefit and the goal that we're here to help bring everyone up, I think that's how you get a community together. We bring them all on the same page and say that we're here to help us come up. So let's support each other. And I think that's how you get a group together. It has to be about the goal. We have to get everyone to believe in what we're trying to do. Not about self, but self-awareness. Don't be selfish, be selfless type of thing. So you can help the group. So, and that's the idea of entrepreneurship. We want to come back to give to our community. We want to build up stuff to create, to promote, to help you to do your own thing.
All right, let's transition, because all of that is all, it's all fine and good. And keep in mind, in our conversation, it's always about trying to do something to uplift our community. But let's talk about the foundation of the business as far as, why do I want to go in business? Is it everybody wants to make money, but how do you go about figuring out what type of business, what type of services and products that you want to produce? How do we, set the tone or set the foundation as to what's our drive to do business? Like, should it be our passion? Should it be just money?
That's a good question because of course you wanted to have passion, but what I realized and learned is that some people feel like that passion is supposed to hit them over the head, and that's not always the case. You can develop a passion for something. So some people may be like, oh, I really like doing this, and they try it and they don't succeed as well.
But let me not to interrupt you, but let me give you this perspective. They say turn your hobby into your job. Do something, set yourself up to do something that you love. And that's basically what I was leading to. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm talking about with the passion aspect.
Well, I think specifically in the music industry, it's twofold. You have the art and you have the business. Actually, it's multifaceted, because now we're talking about culture. You have art, business, lifestyle, So I think that, and first you have to determine what side of the coin you fall on. Now, you do have those rare individuals that are able to tune in to both sides. They're able to be both creative and business savvy. You have to determine whether or not you are one of those individuals.